Closed captioning for great tastes is presented by Manitoba Canola Growers. Canola. Eat well for life. Manitoba Liquor Mart presents Great Tastes of Manitoba. Great Tastes is brought to you by greattastesmb.ca. Local farms, local foods. Great Taste is sponsored by Manitoba Agriculture. Welcome to Great Tastes of Manitoba. My name is Des Daniels, your host tonight. Now, I know you've heard variety is the spice of life. Well, tonight we're really going to prove that to you with Manitoba Canola Growers. We have Ellen Pruden here tonight. Welcome, Ellen.
Thank you, thank you.
And Aaron Aldblas from Manitoba Liquor Mart. Going to do some beverage pairings. He is back. So I think tonight's a little bit about shifting gears, kind of getting out of ruts and that kind of deal. So what are you planning for us this evening? Because it looks very interesting already.
Well, we're going to kind of push people out of their comfort zones, but these are great weekday meals. So we have the Green Goddess Power Bowl, delicious. We're the Green Goddesses here over here.
Yep.
And then we're going to
call us goddesses now, by the way. Were you told?
Yeah.
As you wish.
It's working.
Our General Tao's saucy tofu. If you've never had tofu, this is going to be the dish that wins you over.
Okay.
And then we're going to end off with a fish skillet.
Cool.
All right, Aaron, thoughts?
Yeah, so outside the comfort zone, we're gonna pair wines with all of these dishes. So fish, tofu, not traditional pairings with wine, but we're gonna do the best with what we have, and I think they're gonna rock.
Okay, we'll see you shortly.
Excellent.
Thanks. All right,
Great.
Green Goddess Power Bowl. So first off, what is a Power Bowl?
Well, I think it's just a fancy term to have everything in one dish.
Okay, so
that's
not like
my
a
take on
salad
it.
technically, but could kind of be a salad, but it's a meal.
Can be a
all in one
salad,
bowl.
but we're using all in components. And so we'll talk about some variety that we can shift out and change. But let's start with our dressing, because
Yes,
the dressings
please.
are always key,
Yeah.
because we need to massage our kale.
This is such a great trick because honestly, you're supposed to eat a lot of kale. It's good for you, but I would make salad and it would just really be awful. The texture would be very off-putting. But yes, this massaging works
Yes.
so great.
So some people, you can add a little canola and a little salt and pepper, a little lemon juice first, but we're gonna use our dressing
Actual
as our
dressing.
base to
Okay.
get that going. And so we're gonna use our extra virgin canola oil, and this is a locally grown produced product. This one's out of the Heartland region, and so it's local farmers that are growing the same variety of canola. It's being crushed in the same way and packaged and bottled, but they have different flavors, and it's because of the terroir.
Oh, terroir.
And so the terroir is like the land. And so it's the soil, the climate, how much moisture they've gotten
Actually
in that
affects
growing
the
year.
taste of the
affects
oil.
the taste.
And you've got a
and you
number
can
of
see
them
the
there.
color. Yeah, so we have three varieties. We're adding a half a cup of canola oil in for our dressing.
Okay.
And then we are, as all dressings, you need an acid. So we have lemon juice.
Can't go wrong.
Nope. And then we need an emulsifier. So we have Dijon mustard. That's going to bring that together. And a Green Goddess, we need to have it be a little bit creamy. So we have, you can use creme fraiche, which is a heavy cream. You can make it at home. Google it. Heavy cream and buttermilk.
Sounds like something a goddess would eat.
But we're using Greek yogurt.
Perfect.
So that makes it be nice and simple, and that gets blended together. And of course, garlic, because
There
all
it is.
dressings need
Boom.
garlic. I'm gonna wait on, we have some fresh herbs. I'm gonna wait to add that in at the end, because we don't need that for the massaging. So we're just gonna whisk this
whisk it
together.
up. Okay.
And all dressings, traditionally for at Canola Eat Well, we recommend a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 parts canola oil and then 1 part acid. Could be lemon juice, an apple cider vinegar, anything like that. So we're gonna add a little bit into here.
And I'll be honest with the massaging part. Like I get in there with my hand. I'm the only one eating it typically, but you can use your tongs as well. That works.
So tongs or hands, so we're using hands, and we're just gonna make sure that all of our dressing or our kale gets nicely done and nicely massaged. Add a little bit more. You
it's
can
gonna
keep
sit
some
for a
at the
bit.
end too, right? And then it needs to sit.
Yeah, it's only like 10 or 15 minutes. Like, it doesn't take long, and it just kind of starts to, not wilt, I don't like to use that word, but it softens. Like, it's not like sort of really hard.
Yeah, because kale is really fibrous. It's part of the canola family. It's a cruciferous vegetable. It's really super powerful. It's a great one to have. But if you don't like kale, me. I don't like
I'm not
spinach.
crazy about it either, but when it's done, like when it kind of has that nice texture, it really is quite fantastic. So that looks like an awesome dressing to put on it.
Roast it. That would be the way that I'm doing it.
All right.
So you can roast your veggies, and that's part of the power bowl. So we have roasted Brussels sprouts, wonderful way to do it. And so on your sheet pan, you're gonna heat up your oven for 400 degrees, cut up your Brussels sprouts, beets, and sweet potatoes. You can leave the skin on or off.
And I think Peak of the Market beets, local. Awesome.
Local, yum. And of course, you could be growing your Brussels sprouts in your backyard if you want to. We have a wonderful climate for that.
Okay. Take
Roast
your
it
word
out
on that.
20 to 30 minutes and then let it cool. Now, if these vegetables don't work for you, you could do mushrooms, peppers, anything. You're really looking for a variety here to have that. We have amaranth, and have you ever heard of amaranth?
I've heard of it. I know very little about it, so tell us more.
So this is the dry amaranth. So you can see how tiny it is. It's an ancient grain.
That's what I know about it. What that means or how you prepare it, I'm not really sure.
So you would cook it like a barley or a wheat berry. So you would have, for this recipe, it's a 1/4 cup of dry amaranth, 3/4 cups of water. You cook it for 10 to 20 minutes. And then it looks like this.
Oh,
So
I thought that
this
was
is
brown
amaranth.
sugar.
I know.
I totally thought that was brown sugar.
So
That's amaranth. Okay.
it's tiny, but it's really a superpower. It has some protein in it. It's grown in Canada, another great Canadian product to be using. But again, if you don't have this, for the Power Bowl, we're looking for a grain. So I would substitute a barley or a wheat berry. That would be really nice.
Okay.
And then always for Power Bowls, you want to have a fruit component,
Okay.
some nuts, and some pulses.
Should we build? Are we
Let's
ready
build.
to build?
Okay, I think so.
All right.
So we're gonna add in our fresh herbs into
Okay.
here. And then I'm gonna dish you up some kale.
I'm just looking. I'm gonna try and make it look like the one in the bowl. I'm not very creative.
So I think you can mix and match, right? Or what we've done, like with our funnel shot, you can have it be nicely placed.
Yeah.
This is the fun part to it, right? Like you
kinda
make the decision.
Whatever.
And so it can be this easy weekday meal, or why not have it be for entertaining and have the spread out of all your veggies, and you've already massaged your kale, and then people can kind of add and put their favorites on, and it's fun for entertaining.
Like, it smells great. It looks
Right?
delish.
So make sure you
Absolutely.
get some amaranth.
It's so healthy, and I think I would probably
some
try and
nuts.
save it a little bit because I like to sort of pre-make for the whole week ahead, and you could probably get a few meals out of that. I think I
Totally.
did that backwards. Anyway, okay, there we are. The Green Goddess Power Bowl, and when we come back with Manitoba canola growers, we're going to do General Tao's a spicy tofu. We're going to turn you on to tofu when we come back here on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by greattastesmb.ca. Local farms, local foods.